Every morning, I drink from my cup of sunshine, just to remind myself of who I am before I step into the world of, this is who you think I am. I'm Sha'Ron Richardson, a CSH, Speak Up Advocate. I'm independent, I have peace of mind, and I have stability. All because I have a spacious one-bedroom apartment with a fireplace, a walk-in closet. I even have a balcony. I feel blessed and extremely grateful. But 3.5 years ago, rewinding back, well, come along with me on my journey. 3.5 years ago, I was living in a drug-infested apartment building. My apartment was broken into several times and ransacked. I became fearful and uncomfortable. One day, I just got up and left. I went from shelter to shelter to shelter, and from friend to friend. I even rode buses all night. I ended up in Santa Monica at San Michelle, which is a huge type of warehouse that houses a lot of homeless men and some women. About my 4th day at San Michelle, I had a doctor's appointment, so I left. When I returned, my bed was soaked and wet, my locker was smashed, and all my belongings were gone. I was devastated. I had to get out of there. So the next morning I called 211, the information emergency hotline. They referred me to the Good Shepherd in Los Angeles, which is an all-women's shelter. In daytime they do have a drop-in center, and in the evening is residential. 3 things happened at the Good Shepherd. 3 things that would change the course of my journey significantly. Number 1, I met mature women just like myself who shared the same concerns I had. One woman told me she was actually living in a converted garage after being denied housing just because she wasn't addicted to drugs or alcohol. Another lady, just like me, we didn't have any small children and we were not victims of domestic violence. That excluded us from receiving immediate affordable housing. Homelessness can happen anytime to anyone. The second thing that happened, I met a lady named Willa. She preferred to be called W. She asked me what I did with my time, and I told her, not much. I usually just go to my storage or hang out at the library. That pretty much takes care of my days. She said, you ought to go with me to Pasadena to the women's room. I said, no way, no thank you. I don't want to be around a bunch of homeless people. $200. She said, this is different. Well, it was close to Thanksgiving, and no one wants to be alone for the holiday. So I agreed to go to the women's room in Pasadena. And much to my surprise and delight, the women's room was cheerful and warm. There was curtains on the window, bright tablecloth with flowers on the table, and women walking around with aprons on, asking anyone and everyone, would you like a cup of hot chocolate? What about a cup of hot tea? How does a bowl of homemade chicken noodle soup with a muffin sound? I also met Jenny from Holly Street Housing and Union Station. Jenny was amazing. She was very influential, and she brought everything to me. You know, she brought comfort, and she was just taking me places as a doctor and different things. Anyway, it was just wonderful to have Jenny in my life. Do you know what? Thanks to the women's room and Jenny, I got my dignity back. The third thing that happened at the Good Shepherd, one morning when I was taking a shower, I slipped and fell and had to be rushed to the hospital. You know what that meant. I was disqualified from receiving any more help from the Good Shepherd because they do not house injured or sick people. A wave of hopelessness and helplessness came upon me. I was overwhelmed. I was ready to throw in the towel. Then I get a call from Jenny, my advocate. She said, "Great news. You've been accepted for an apartment. All you have to do is fill out the application and you can move in immediately." Immediately. After not having a place for 3.5 years, immediately was music to my ears. Homelessness can happen suddenly and unexpectedly. Your doctor calls and your test came back, not good. He puts you on extended bed rest. Your job downsizes and you get the pink slip. Or your spouse wants a divorce. Or damages like mine. He said he was going out for a loaf of bread. That was 15 years ago. Unpredictable. Seriously, homelessness is a critical situation, especially for seniors. They need more housing. Worst case scenario. This could be your mother, your grandmother, or even the little lady who lives across the street from you. More emphasis should be placed on low-income housing, transitional housing while they're waiting on affordable housing. After all, they deserve safe and comfortable environment. They need their independence. They need peace of mind. They need stability. Thank you for your consideration and for listening to me with a compassionate heart.
Amen.